반갑습니다. How are you doing? Check out this cool shirt I got here. This is a pro MMA fighters walkout shirt from a team up in Seoul called Korean Top Team. Check out this. Look at this. All right? Korean Top Team. Fight gear. That's a clean shirt right there. And you can't have it, because you need to be in Korea to pick up something like this, unless you have a friend here. And speaking of being in Korea, I've been here for over 3 years. August 2011 is when I came here, and one thing I can say for sure is Korea is nothing like what I had expected it to be. That doesn't mean anything bad. I'm just saying it's completely different. Some things are better, some things not so better. And if you've never been to Korea, then it's going to be very difficult for you to understand that. And one thing you can't do is you can't look at K-pop, you can't look at K-dramas, you can't look at the media and think you know about Korea. Even if you have Korean friends that tell you their rendition of what it's like. To actually be here, living here, is a very, very different and unique thing. And being an American, there are definitely some differences between the two cultures that have stood out to me the entire time being here. And I'm going to do two videos. This one, which is things that Americans can learn from Koreans, and the second one is going to be things that Korea or Koreans can learn from America or Americans. Because there are pluses and minuses in both cultures, and I think that we can learn from each other. I'm just going to get right into it. There's 4 points. First one, when I first came here, and I signed up to go to a judo school, it was a big change in this way. You take cash, put it in the gym owner's hands, and you step on the mat. Case closed. If I want to train there for a month and leave and go to another gym and do the same thing and train there, and after a month, go back, go back, go back, go back, I can do that. I never signed a waiver. I never signed a contract, nothing. By contrast, in America, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. You have to sign a contract for everything, and one of the reasons is because they want to ensure that they get some money out of you. That's understandable if you're doing business. The other reason, though, is the waiver and protecting their butt from getting sued. And they do that because America is this crazy over-the-top litigious society, and Korea is the opposite. I never signed a waiver in a combat sport gym. We're talking regular ear injuries, some serious injuries. I had a couple serious injuries. You still don't see any of that stuff. They just don't have that mentality of, hey, I'm just going to sue you if something happens to me. You know, in America, if you breathe the wrong way, you're in danger of getting sued. Even if somebody did something dumb 5 years ago, they're looking for someone to pay for it. And in Korea, it would be the case of, hey, did you do something stupid to cause you to do something stupid? Stupider. And if the answer is, well, yeah, but, you know, I thought that I would sue you so that I could make up for it. No, just don't do something stupid. That's the general mentality here that I sense, and why you're not needing to sign any of these waivers or any of those things. They're just not trying to sue the crap out of each other here. Second thing, respect for elders. And I'm not going to go so far as to say that America doesn't respect its elders, but it's a different take on the whole concept. And in Korea, I'm not going to say that just because they have free seats on the subway and all that kind of stuff. It's just the general view and treatment towards dealing with elders, especially, you know, older people in their, you know, the elderly. And a lot of that has to do with the way they envision that person's life and the fact that they have lived a section of life, been down a section of the road that they just haven't even been down. So who are you to comment on whether they did the right thing or the wrong thing? Let me just respect you for the fact that you've traveled a longer road than I have. And that's good enough. I respect you because soon it'll be my turn, and God only knows the mistakes that I will probably make. I think that that's part of the reason. I think we can learn from that and give them a little more respect. And one of the reasons why you know this is true is because the elderly walk around here sometimes like they own the place, for better or for worse. If you're in their way, I'm I could be 2.5 times the size of some 80-year-old lady, and she will pile drive me out of the way to get to where she's going without even batting an eye. And I love that. And the reason is because she knows that, hey, look, I'm old. Give me some respect, like Rodney Dangerfield would say. Anyway, number 3 is going to be a sensitive topic. As an American, and I'm not even going to talk about the Korean culture on this one, other Western societies, I have come to realize that at times their general depiction of and view of the average American is loud, boisterous, and slightly dumb. And now I know that that's not true because I'm an American, but I do also know, growing up, born and raised in America, that there are plenty of circumstances where they can put their finger on and say, no, then look at this. And I think that Americans can tone it down a little bit, especially when they're in another country. And you don't have to look far on social media, look at the videos, hear the stories for decades about the way some of the Americans have acted in Korea, for example, or other countries here in Asia. And I think it could be toned down a little bit. Even me, I'm not exempt from this. I know that I can have a big mouth and I can speak too loud, and I'm sure that's like Godzilla coming through, but they probably just get out of the way and leave me alone and just chalk it up for the fact that I'm an American. So on the flip side of it, I'll touch on it with my other video, but I think Koreans can probably turn the volume up on that as well and be a little more assertive, but I'll get to that. The last one, drugs. I'm not going to say that Korea is 100% void of drugs. There are probably some floating around here, but in comparison to the world's marketplace for narcotics, which is America, we are talking about two polar opposites here. And I think it's hard for me to believe that if America, with all its resources and might and ability, could not get drugs out of the country by tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It's hard for me to believe that that's not the case, but there's too much money involved. Here in Korea, all I have to do is just look at the cops, look at the law enforcement. Their utility belts are stripped. Some of them are old. They don't wear a vest. That's indicative of the fact that they're just not dealing with violent crimes. Violent crimes are completely linked to narcotics. They amplify them. They cause them. It's just not a good thing. So I think that we should learn from that. Get it out of society, and America will be a better place. Flame me all you want, but those are 4 ways that I think that Americans can learn from Koreans. Let me hear your comments down below, and if you liked or appreciated this video and you lasted with me this long, I want to say thank you, and please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and being part of the Red Dragon Diaries. Peace out.